Good evening. Hello, yes. Oh, that's not supposed to be like that. Go. Right, so it's been a fortnight since we last had a game dev stream. Not since we last attempted to have one, because a week ago, my internet really didn't want to cooperate it at all, really. So, yeah. I've done a bit of work off stream, as you may have guessed. So, well, we'll get right to it after I've read chat. Hey, Mr. W, says Kangofango. Hello, Kangofango. A fine evening this evening, ain't it? Mr. W says, Kangofango, hello, and it is indeed. Yes, I agree. Oh! Stream title, Ghostly Progress. Where's the spectral progress gone? I think it drove away. Yeah. I think Wilson Dorset bought some. Thanks for helping me. No, not helping me, helloing me. There we go. Thanks for helloing me. Hello, Jana is right. Okay. So, this size is good, right? That should be good size. Right, is that good? Is the size good? Great size, many thanks. Okay. Right. I think the best way of showing some of the progress is if I start. So, this view looks quite normal, right? But, yeah, good size, good. But if I look down, you'll be able to see, well, first of all, if I go all the way over here, you can see these spheres, which are they're only test colliders, triggers for some of the line of sight mechanics. But if I look further down, you can see I've added grass. This took a while to make. The textures, I'm putting them in. So yeah. I had to change a whole bunch of stuff under the hood for this grass to work with the way the train's generated. The effect is the same, but as it was before, but it works now, basically. Right. So that's one thing. Let me just quickly read chat. Bush! Wait, grass! I recently realized that I'm such a baby bird for lore, and I don't care who the mama is. Okay. Nice. You want to be fed it? Is that what you mean? You want to be fed it? You've just got your mouth open for lore and you don't care who feeds it to you? Oh, no, flowers! Shredder's, could you turn the player's point light off and show us again? Sure. I'm cutting out a bit. What were the spheres for? Something to do with line of sight? Yes. They are for testing I've been doing for line of sight. Basically, I want to have these... They're representing colliders, well, triggers actually, which is basically things like shrubbery or things like that, where the player has... where there will be reduced line of sight for nav agents. So they would have to be closer to see the player, basically, if the player's in there, or if they're or if this is between them and the player. It makes it a bit difficult to see, I think, but it looks nice. Feed me, lore, yes. Poor Lauren. Fango. Maniacal grin intensifies. Oh, I see. Let's see, player point light. Let's turn that off. Yeah, that's what it looks like without the point light. Are you happy with this? Ooh, nice. Thank you, Charles. I only bring this up because I've been playing SOTC, 10 points if you can guess what that is, recently, and there seems to be a lot of lore. SOTC. Swords of the Coast. It looks nice. However, the grass looks a bit like grass bushels and not like a smooth coat of grass, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to look like. Are the spheres the enemy's line of sight? Well, no. Well, first of all, they aren't really enemies. Secondly, imagine like a big bush being here. If there is a nav agent on this side and the player is on this side, then if the line of sight to the player intersects with one of these colliders, then the player will have to be closer to the nav agent for the nav agent to be able to see it. The same thing if the player is inside the bush. Alright, Shades, nope, but the middle two are of the... Of the... I don't know. I really don't. Miss W, is it Secrets of the Colliery? Trace, oh, I gotcha. That is clever, that is. Still no. Nah, I don't know either. This thing should still work. I've actually tested it with the terrain changes I've made. Yeah, it does still work. Okay. Oh, that didn't teleport me. Why didn't that teleport me? Huh. Yeah, still some issues there. However, you may also notice another thing, or if you're observant. Oh, I missed a few. Oh, sorry. Looks very nice. And if this gets annoying, let me know. All right. That's what I missed. You've probably heard of the game before, as it's very famous. Something of the sea. SOTC. So it's something of the something. I don't know. I give up. Shows you missed a few. Oh, still? Or did I read them? Big Hill. Big Hill. Oh, Big Hill. Yes, Big Hill. I just had my story. I just had a my story meme idea. Oh, well then, good. Beeger, hello. Silkworms off the car? Probably not. Yeah, the big hills in the background. You can see I've added hills, so it's not just the world that ends there. Now you've got some hills. Yeah, it's. I had some issues with the terrain, weird shadows. As it turns out, turning the big terrain off and on again actually fixes it. You can see that the grass slowly disappears here, because I'm not sure if I want to have grass here or what I want to do with this area, because this is not really supposed to be explored, but you can explore it. But if you do, I'll just show you a little thing. You may... it's not too big of a spoiler. You can see something starts to happen. Yeah, if I continue walking... You can see, it gets more and more intense. Now, something will happen if you go too far away from the map into the fog. Not telling you quite what it is yet. But yeah, you can see it does get quite thick, the fog. Not sure how well this shows up. No, it shows up quite good on the stream because of compression. But yeah, you can see I've done this. That took quite a while, because it changes the emission rate of the particle system based on how far away you are from the map. And that was quite difficult to make that because you can't just access the particle system and change a variable of it. You have to create a var variable, which is a variable that can contain... Basically, it's a variable that adjusts itself to the data type that you try to put in it. And then you have to get the emission part of the particle system, which apparently is its own data type, and then put that in the variable, and then change the emission rate of that. And because it's a reference, it will then change it on the particle system you've referenced. Right. Rechat, and then we'll actually get to some work. I've also done quite a bit of stuff with AI, but that really isn't ready to be shown yet. Let's see. Beecher, hello. Right. Hey, nope. I give up too. I forfeit success. Nope. What do you mean? Alright. Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, I have heard of that. I have heard of it. I really, really like the music in that. I really do. Yeah, the music is great. I love the world building of it. I really like the way it changes. Basically, it's atmosphere, like how empty the world is, and the feeling of it in these different areas. Like there are no trees anywhere, and then I know there's a part of the map. I haven't played it, but I know there's a part of the map that's a forest, and how that changes the whole way that the game feels and how you play it. It's also very impressive from a technical point of view. Oh, creepy. As in, nope, you didn't get it. Oh, of course. Alright. Shadows. Woom. Okay. Oh, wow. Shadows. Whoa. Looking up at the moon looks good. Yo. What's going on, Ma fans? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Oh, right, you are. Sorry. Hello, Anthony Sarson, too. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of game development. Little bit of game development, indeed. We won't have much time for more with reading all of this chat. Hey, hi, hello. Travis, is it too bright for the night, though? Well, I can change the color of it, but I think that it looks a bit creepier. I mean, if you imagine that scene, walking in there with actual footstep sounds and wind sounds, and then the music begins and changes as you enter the fog, becoming creepier, warning you of something, because the fog is the boundary of the map. If you try to cross that boundary, there has to be something there to prevent you from doing so. Invisible walls is, of course, a choice, but I think there might be something else in the fog. Not at the moment yet, but soon. Well, soonish. Yeah, actually soon. Hey, but yeah, I might change the color. Shredis, what's the best looking game you've ever seen / played? Oh, well, that's really difficult to answer, because there are so many different styles. Do you define best looking as most realistic, or do you find best looking as it just looks as visually pleasing as possible? Although I think that City Skylines is possibly is probably up there. I mean, if you look at City Skylines, especially shots at night, with all those lights and the way they become blurry in the distance, just these beautiful cityscapes and all of that, I do think the City Skylines is very high up there. Sure, it's not specifically realistic, but most beautiful. Well, there you go, you've just answered my question. Yeah, I think City Skylines. There are also lots of other ones, but that is definitely up there. Also, the fog appears to be all around you, but you yourself aren't really in the fog. Is that intentional? Maybe. It's the way that the particle system works at the moment. I can increase the minimum I can increase the maximum size a particle can be displayed for on screen, but then that will create a lot of lag, because essentially what you're doing is you're changing the near clipping plane for the particle system. That's the best analogy for it, which means it will lag quite a bit more. I may do something with actual fog, not just the particle system, but if you can see the area around you, that could make it even better. It really depends on how the things I want to put in the fog turn out. How to deal with bullies? Google. Tell somebody /Bing and Andre. Oh, Vijay says, yeah. Deal with bullies? Google. Tell somebody /Bing and Andre. L4D2. Chocolate helicopter playing in background while Eliza smashes Valentine's face. Huh. Yeah, I mean, that fits with what you said in the story. I've seen those memes. Background. Also, L4-2D as in Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, right. Try this. Yeah, the music is nice, and the world, no spoilers, please, as I haven't completed it. Right? I won't spoil anything, except the thing that there's a little forest somewhere. Not sure what's most beautiful, but ATS and ETS2 are quite high on that list. True. The graphics aren't too great, but I feel that adds to the feel of the game. Yeah, that can definitely be the case, if the game is well made. Controls are a bit of a bugger though. XTD share. Lol. Says, yeah, it would be creepy. Will the entity appear if you venture too far into the fog? Well, the entity... probably not. Something, probably yes. You already answered that, Shared Ice. I know, yeah. Realistic or beautiful? Boy. Okay. Alright, Shared Ice. For me, it's got to be Dark Souls 2, without a shadow of a doubt. You start out in, for want of a better word, a cave. And the way the light just drips through the little cracks you have to come through. Yeah, that is nice. The game Fez is also quite pretty. Yes, that is true. Fez. It's a puzzle game. That's quite nice. Oh, by the way, Mr. W, did you have a look at the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 archive from yesterday? Because I remember you had to go because the Train Fever stream took... no, not Train Fever. Train Simulator stream took so long because of the No Hut challenge. Did you have a look at it? Because I know you like the RCT3 streams. I mean, Chocolate Helicopter is literally the song in the Left 4 Dead 2 intro. Oh, I have no idea. Well, that's a thing that I know now, which I didn't know before. Not realistic, but pretty. I see. I had no idea. Yoy boy. Sure. Alright, that does sound nice. Spacebar. Train Fever. No, I corrected myself. Traders, I haven't had the chance to look at it yet. No, sorry. No need to apologize. I was just wondering. Right, there we are. Okay, what is next? Well, actually, I need to focus on something a bit closer first. So I've got the right field of view. Well, clipping plane, really. Good. So what do I want to work on? I've got... Okay, I could either work on a bit of the item system, which could be good. Could work in Blender, but I really want to work more in Unity. You know what? Actually, should we do that? Just thinking. I did have a plan of what I wanted to do beforehand, but now I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's work a bit on the items, and before that, let's work a bit on maze room generation, because I want to add a room that generates it's not basically just a corridor. I want a room let's just make it have two entrances. There's one on this side, one on the other side, and I want it to be an actual room. So then we can start working on actually generating items within that space, or just stuff, basically. Right, so let's do that. Let's do that. For that, I need to go into the test scene tile sets. Yes, save that. And I want to duplicate. Let's do the north-south one. So Roman north-south 2. We've got this so far. We can't use the ceiling. Yes, open prefab, please. Can't use the ceiling tiles because it's not going to be a corridor. Do not want to open that up. So let's just start by making it into an actual room. So let's just move this over. Well, I can move it all the way over there. Why not? And then I'll move this over there. And I want to start off by just making the basic edge of the room, the basic shape of it. Then we can put more walls into it. This feels a little bit more... Oh, right, they need to be turned around. This feels a little bit more stuttery than usual. Not sure why. This needs to then go there. And this needs to go there. Right. So if these are the two entrances of it. So let's just start by doing something simple. And this, at the moment, I am just going to use the normal walls for this. But there will, of course, be other parts. For example, it won't just end like this. There will be an end piece over this. But I'll do that once I've got more of the actual room pieces done. So let's just start off by separating this into two halves with a little space over there. And you know what? Let's make this a bit closer. Let's put this like there. And if I can have this there, turn it around. And I want to have a little entrance. Actually, could I do it like... Nah, that'll be in the way. And this is the wrong way around. I just want to have two entrances, one on either side. So just like this. Well, no, actually that's not one on either side. Like this it would be one on either side. So you can come in, it kind of wraps around like this, and you've got an entrance there, and you can walk through here. Although actually, now that I'm thinking about it, no, I want it to be closed on one side. So just like this, you can come in this little room here, and it'll have stuff in it. So now let's see if I can make this generate. So if I go here, override. Oh right, because I was editing the thing, I don't need to override it. Game scene, save. Now if I go into maze controllers, I need to edit the north-south set, and I need to drag on north-south 2. And it should now already generate, basically. It should be that easy. It should be that easy. There we go. One second, let me maximize this. So there you go, it's generated two of these in a row, and then it's generated one normal corridor one. So now if I were to go along like this, you can see that it now generates in this. And this is the beauty of the system, which is that it's so easy to just add things to it. And actually, I want to explore this first person. So to go straight ahead, then left. Actually, I want to also have the light on for the player. Where's the entrance? Oh, there it is. I'll read chat in a little bit. Oh, that's not supposed to be. There we go. Let's see if I go right. Actually, was this correct? No, I was supposed to. Actually, oh, did I regenerate it? Oh, I think I might have accidentally regenerated it. Though I don't think I did I? Oh no, it's right here. No, that's fine. And why didn't I find it? Oh, I was supposed to turn left, that's why. As you can see, coming through these hallways, and they come in here. And then it just adds more variety. And then just imagine, like, you come in here and then there's like maybe a candle holder on the wall. Yeah, like maybe a candle holder or maybe tapestry or something like that. You walk through and then you can either go over there and you walk around this corner and oh, there's a ghost there, and then you might think, okay, do I really want to go in this room, or do I risk luring the ghost? Okay, you can go here, you kind of dance in front of the ghost and you lure the ghost when you run around this way, and then you wait for the ghost to stop chasing you, and then you can go around here, go in here, and you find, oh, there's maybe some crates in here, or some chests, and then you look in the chests and you find basically nothing, only rubbish, and you think, okay, well then I'm going to continue. Oh, now the ghost's there, and you run across like this, and you run around, and you go this way, and then you go into the second room. Yeah, that's basically what I want. Now I'd like that to go, please. Right, so let's read chat. Alright, Mr. W, alright. The last one was nice. Very pretty sandy forests. Boy, or tree, grass, plantations. Won't spoil it too much. What? Not Blender? Why? Well, because we did Blender mostly last time. Well, no, last time we did mostly Blender. That's the way that goes around. So I want to do a little bit of a different thing today. Straw poll it? Yes, do it. No, I won't straw poll it. All I know about this game is it's called Ghostly Venture and Charitas is making it. That's it. Well, that's basically all I know about it as well. Am I being serious or not? Oh, Charitas, will there be crowbarable crates? Perhaps. Charitas, will this new room have a vaulted ceiling? Maybe. I still need to experiment with the rooms and what type of ceilings I want there. But first I need to finish the actual corridor ceilings, which I've not done yet. Or not yet? Golly, I can already imagine running around this with ghosts chasing me. Goodness! Gotta memorize the layouts. Be right back. Brrr. Already creepy. Looks great, Charitas. Bye, Anthony. See you in a bit. That is so nice. Works like a charmalizer. Okay, yeah, because it works like a charm. Actually, the teleporter tricked ya. Ah, so creepy. Looks amazing. Oh, this is gonna look so good. Yeah, I think so too. It already does, in my opinion at least. Yeah, well, it's not finished. Charitas, will you still have the surprise accents for the ghosts? I may have them. I mean, they did work quite well. I will need to experiment with them. Strapplet. Charitas, did you see my will there be crowbarble crates message? Sorry if you did. Well, I did, so I accept your apology, but I don't know why what you're apologizing for. So, stray peel. Straw pole. Oh, straw pull it, not straple. Straw pole it. Yes. No. I did read it, right. So, let's just start by making a little bit of furniture spawn in it. That shouldn't be that hard. Which means we might need to go into Blender. We may need to go into Blender. I'd hoped I wouldn't need to. Ooh, channeling stream. Well, let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, it looks like we'll do a little bit of Blender, but not much. Not much. Hopefully it won't crash when I resize this. No, it didn't. Great. Right. I'll just make a basic table, I think. So, not creatures. I need to go back. No, I need a new folder. Let's call it furniture. Let's do basic table. I'll do this as quickly as I'm comfortable with doing it. I'm just adding a mirror modifier to it. Mirror, there we go. Clipping on the other axes, please. There we go. Axis, not axes. Let's see. I want this to be quite a thick table. Or something like that. Let's see. SX2, like this maybe. Let's just add a cube, another one. Let's turn off clipping. And I need to move this out of there so it's not merged in it. Let's move this just sort of over there. How's the sides of this looking? Not great. Like that maybe. Although that seems, well, that's a kind of a good shape for it, I think. A little bit like that. Let's just do a little bit of detailing on this table leg. Not much, and I will just add a bevel modifier at the end of this. Oops. We'll just add a bevel modifier just to smoothen out some of these edges. So just something sort of like this. And yes, I'm aware this is not in the corner. It needs to be more like that. Let's turn X-ray off. And let's just add a bevel modifier. So bevel, that's a bit too much bevel. So 0.05, well, let's do 0.025. I think something like this is better. But I'm not a big fan of it being completely straight. I think it needs to be a little bit bowed a little bit, just in the middle a bit. And also not completely rectangular. So let's actually rotate this a little bit like that. And select this edge here. Come on. Just like that. Let's move this one a little bit like this. Let's do that there. And let's do a little bit like this. Let's just move these edges in a little bit. How does that look? I think I liked it like this better. Let's see. Oh, the chair modeling stream. Yes. Oh, yay. Blender's fun. Oh, ooh. Table. Yay. Array of legs, array of legs, array of legs. Oh, sorry, that was only once. Sorry. I thought you said hooray for legs. No, I mean, if I added an... So, just to show you a little bit of what Blender can do. If I wanted more tables, I could literally just type in a couple of numbers and then look at how many tables I've got. Yeah? If I wanted even more tables for some reason, just for some strange reason, I could just add more like that. There you go. That's quite a few tables, I think. I think that's enough tables. I mean, I could make this into its own game. Like, if you imagine just running around this in first person, like if there's a huge structure, the player's just this small, just kind of running around it, these huge pillars, and there's these staircases going down to different levels. That could be really fun. Looks a bit like a parking garage actually now. And the thing is, I can edit all of these as one. So if I wanted to have a little bit of an edge here, I can just take this, move it out like that. Then you can see all of them now have this strange shape to them. Although that doesn't look half bad actually. No, I won't do that. So yeah, I mean, Blender is such a powerful tool, and you can do so much with it so quickly, so easily. It's really, really nice. So I will now export this table. It's just a work in progress thing. It doesn't need to be fancy at the moment. Selected objects. It's all good. Basic table. Let's export this. Save that. Close out of it again. I'll place it up top first, so see what it looks like. We'll need to open up the furniture folder. Oh wait, no, I needed to rename it. 1 second. FBX. There you go, I can drag it in. There it is. There's a basic table there. Right, so let's make this into a prefab. I'll give it a collider. Physics, I think a box collider should be fine. And let's make it into a prefab. So we've got prefabs, we've got bushes, creatures, maze. Oh, right, they're mazes. Actually, it should be no, it should probably not be a maze. Although, yes, it should be in maze. Should be? No, I've changed my mind again. Let's not have it be in maze. Let's put it just in the prefabs. Let's do furniture. Yes, and then let's make this into prefab like this original prefab. So let's just move this over here, and it's probably going to be buried. No, it would be buried in the thing. Yeah, let's read the chat a bit. Yeah, true. Trace, what kind of look are you going for the table? At the moment, it's just a basic table. I'm not going to put detail into making that more yet. When I add, when I'm thinking about adding in textures and things like that, I'll probably make the table, make the top of it into actual separate wooden beams that I then texture, or maybe I'll just add those in the texture. But yeah, it's just a placeholder for the most part at the moment. It's a bit too thick, not sure. Is it a bit too thick? Not sure. Let's array the legs. Oh, here we go. Parking garage. Wow. XDDD car park. Very surreal. Exactly. You see, I'm really glad Blender exists. Table UK. Table. Oh, that is wooden texture. Yeah, a texture made of wood. Also, will the feet stay like this? No, it's placeholder. Furn-itch hour. Yeah. Alright, Sharadise. Table. XE. Sharadise. Oh, right. That kind of table. Of course. How could I think it was a different kind of table? Right. So now back over to the other thing we hop. Let's get to this one. And now I want to have a spawn object. So an object that can spawn this type of stuff. So let's do furniture spawner. Yeah, and let's just have this roughly around there. And let's make a new script. Actually, do I already have one like that would fit for this? Let's see. No, let's create a new one. C#, let's do it. Let's call it spawn random object with just do spawn random object. So spawn random obj. Let's put the script on the object. Where is it? There we go. We need to quit Sublime Text and reopen it so it won't open another instance of it. And then I'll just need, first of all, I need an array, which is going to be public transform to objects to spawn and do void start. Actually, yeah, okay, we need another one. Let's do, actually, yeah, let's do it up top. So let's do public bool random rotation, so random rot. Let's do start transform t is equal to instantiate objects to spawn of index random dot range between 0 and objects to spawn dot length. Yes, length. And the position is transform small t transform dot position. The rotation, I'm just going to make it have the rotation of this object, so which is transform dot rotation. Yes, and then underneath this we need to check if random rot is equal to true. If it is true, then we need to do t dot Euler Angles is equal to new vector 3, which is going to be 0 random dot range between 0 and 360 0. That should work. So what this does is I've got a Boolean variable up here called random rot, which stands for random rotation. Booleans are, what's the word? Oh, there's a word. They're either true or false. They can't have any other value than that, only true or false, 1 or 0. There's a word for that, I forget what that word is. But anyway, yeah. So this is where I can set this in the inspector in Unity to see to set whether this object, whether the object that it spawns should be randomly rotated or not. Next, I've got a transform type variable. Actually, no, this needs to be an array like this, which is called objects to spawn. That is an array which can hold prefabs. So object binary, there you go. That's the word I meant. Thanks. So this will hold all of the objects that it has the potential to spawn. Next, void start, which is a function that gets called at the start, the first frame this object experiences. And here I'm creating a new variable of type transform, which can hold a transform, so an object basically, calling it t, setting it equal to the output of the instantiate function. So instantiate basically spawns in a new object from a prefab. The object it takes is one in the array that we have, and it chooses a random object in the array. All objects in the array, all elements in the array have an equal chance of being chosen. So if I have a table and a chair and in there, then it'll be 50-50% chance to spawn. If I have one table and the chair, I have it in there twice, so as two elements that are both the same thing, then it'll be 1 in 1/3 and 2/3, well, 1 in 3 and 2 in 3, respectively. And then the position is the position of this object where the script is running from, which is going to be the spawn object that I made in Unity. And the rotation I'm going to set equal to the rotation of the object that this is running on. So this is so that, for example, if I have a table, if I want the table against a wall, then I don't want, if there's a wall like this, I don't want the table to be sticking out like that. I want the table against the wall either like this, or yeah, like that maybe. So I can make the spawn object face this way, and then it will spawn the table in facing that way. After that, I have an if statement, which is if random rot, which is just shorthand for if random rot is equal to true. So if yeah, you don't have to have this bit at the end. You can just delete that and just have it like this. Because if you check a Boolean, just if random rot, it automatically checks for if this variable is true. To invert this, you can just put an exclamation mark in front. So if not random rot is equal to true, basically. Which is the same as saying if random rot is equal to false. So if this is true, then we get the variable t, which is this one, which contains the object that we just spawned. Actually, no, I need to change a little bit. I need this to be put as a transform. There we go. So it can actually input it into the variable. So t, it accesses a variable from the object we just spawned, which is Euler Angles. This is the Euler Angles. It's a vector 3 variable, so it has got three floats, and this is a way of accessing the rotation. You can access the rotation either through a quaternion, which is a little bit more complicated, or through a vector 3. The vector 3 is in degrees, so 3 to 360, so going all the way around. So 0 to 360, sorry. Yeah, so we access those, override that with a new vector 3. The x-axis is 0, so it doesn't need to be turned on the x-axis at all, so the same with z. But with the y-axis, we set it to a random range between 0 and 360, which is then, will then rotate the object. So now it's time to see if there are any errors. Doesn't look like there are. Sorry. Yeah, doesn't look like there are. So now let's put the table in there. Basic table, put it in the list. Let's have random rot set to false for the moment. Right, because I spawned it in, yes, because it's an FBX file. I'll need to quickly change that. Basic table, open prefab. I need to have an empty game object. Nope, not like, oh, that doesn't work. Okay, so I need to do this outside of the editor. Come on, like this. Yeah, there we go. So now let's have an empty game object here. Let's have that 0, 0, 0. Let's copy the name of basic table, put that in there. Change this to FBX again. Then I need to override that with that. Then I need to override the prefab. Oh, come on. I'm not trying to nest prefabs, I'm trying to... it doesn't matter, I can delete it and put it back in. Maybe I need to disconnect this somehow. 1 second. Where is it? Break, there should be a break something. asset. Refresh, nope. Edit. Where is it? There should be a way of breaking the prefab. Oh, maybe it's up here. Nope, we just got layer. That's odd. Okay, well, I'll just delete the object, put the fpx file back in. There we go. And then let's put this in. Actually, let's do the rotation first. So I want this to be local. Yeah, that way's forward. That's what I wanted. And now I need to remake this prefab by putting it in the furniture folder. Nope, not mazes, furniture. Now I'll delete this, go back to the spawner, put the prefab back in there, and now let's see if it works. Let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, so now you can see the table spawns. Each time it's rotated this way, but if I rotate this by 90, what? That's odd. Oh, it was right, it was right. If I rotate this by 90 degrees, so the blue axis, the z-axis of this object is facing this way, then since I'm using this object's rotation, the table now spawns this way around. Yeah? And if I turn on random rot, it should have a random rotation each time it spawns in. Yeah, you can see. Let's try it again. There, you can see random rotations. And this is actually quite a simple script. I mean, it's only 2 lines of code, but this can be used so much in most games. In most 3D games, something like this can be used. You could even implement a random size modifier as well. So, for example, if you wanted to use it for spawning in foliage, like trees, perhaps, you can have them have a random rotation. You can have a random selection of items, like a random selection of different trees. You can have it have different sizes as well. You know, all of these different things, and having a different size would only add 2 lines of code, one for the variable and one for changing the variable on the spawned object. It's as simple as that. Maybe another one if you want to have it toggleable. So 3 lines of code. But yeah, this is such a versatile script that I'm going to use this so much. Let's read chat a bit more. Right, chat is. Oh, so this furniture spawner will then proceed to randomly place a table, a chair, or a couch. Medieval couch. Well, depends on where I put it. What I put in the list. Maybe it'll randomly spawn ghosts. Maybe that's what I want to use it for secretly. Although, to be honest, I may actually use that script to spawn some ghosts. Anyways, will the table also get random rot, or rather the wood it was made out of? Do you mean rot as in rotting? Bool is either true or false. Yes, I know. Snap, Shadows, ha. Do you mean binary? Yeah, that is what I meant. True or false, 1 or 2, or 0 and 1. No problem. Oh, Shadow, will this game also feature the chair with a shadow figure sitting in it? I don't know yet, maybe. It'd be creepy to walk into this room to find a singular chair, of course. Oh, you called, sire? Oily Angles. I know it's Euler, or Euler. Oh, lovely. It's Euler, actually, because it's German. Hey, or rather, hey. Shadows, so there will never be a shared table? So only ever table or chair? No, not necessarily, because I can have a prefab that contains a table with chairs. And then if I put that prefab into the list, it has a chance to spawn that one, which will then spawn the table with the chairs. It just needs to be in the same prefab. Random rot sounds more destruction environment based. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, true. Sounds great. Randomly spawn ghosts. Whoa, whoa. Or rather, whoa, whoa. Shadows, as in rottage, yeah. So randomly dilapidated wood textures. Oh, right. True, shadows. Nice. Good. So, let's give this a... Let's give it this little marker. So actually, do I want to give it this one or a circle? Let's give it a little circle, why not? So you can see I've given it this little dot here, so that it's more easily, I can see it easier basically. And in play mode, I can arrange this, so I can move it a little bit. Actually no, the position where it was at was right before. So now let's make this furniture spawner. This one I do want to be in the... You know what? No, I need to change this list down to 0. Let's just do object. Let's just do random object spawner. And let's make this just as part of other prefab list, which has the same as braziers, key, memory shard, that sort of thing. Although key and memory shard will probably might be in items, listed as items later on, but that's fine. So now I need to move. Can I make this? Yeah, let's make it as a child object of this object of the room prefab, then apply that, which should have this remaining as that prefab. Yeah, that is good. That's good. So now what did I want to do? I want to do something. What was it? Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. There was something I wanted to do. What was it? I forget. What was it? It was something I didn't want to forget to do. Actually, you know what? One thing I can do is... Oh, I don't know why it's selecting all of these like this. Why is it doing like that? Oh, I get why I need to... Let's open this up. And let's make this inner wall a bit taller. Because why not? Let's just select all of these segments like this. I can do this. I've got space for it. Right, so now let's just duplicate these, move them up, and you know what, let's just close this off. That changes the feeling of this. Just to see what it looks like in-game. Right, so I've put this object in there, spawn to spawn the table. So now let's go into the game scene and let's try it out. Oh, I need to maximize on play. Let's see, where is it? Oh, it's over there. I don't know why I'm jumping, it doesn't change the speed in this. It's going to be so different when I actually have sounds implemented in this game. That is going to add so much to the atmosphere. Just imagining running sounds of running through grass, like the grass being brushed aside and footsteps and things like that. Will it work? Oh, I forgot the point light. Because I enabled the point light in play mode, which means it doesn't save. That is actually a thing that I have... When I first started Unity, as I'm sure everyone has made this mistake, if you make changes to objects in the scene while you're in play mode, those don't get saved. If you exit play mode, that will all get reverted. It doesn't. That isn't the case for assets like prefabs. If you change assets, that will stay. But yeah, just working on a game, like doing a lots of level design in play mode and then unpausing, only to realize you've lost all that data. That's a thing that I've done quite a few times when I first started with Unity, and I'm sure everybody has. And I'm just trying to find one of these locations with one of these rooms in it. Let's see, where could it be? Where could it be? Da, 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 da. It may not have spawned, actually. Let's retry this. Is it over there? Hello, little gate spirit. I do like how these turned out. Also, you said these are flowers. Are you sure that these are flowers? Maybe I should... Oh no, these are just other rooms. Maybe I should check whether these rooms spawned outside of play mode. It'll be easier and quicker. Oh yes, there's one there. So I just need to turn... Ooh, look at how this... Oh, look at what this looks like. Because of the light of the player, look at those shadows it's casting. Doesn't that look creepy? Ooh. Just look at that. I can try. But I can't really because of... Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, it should be just up ahead here somewhere. Oh, there, of course. So yeah, we walk in and then it would open up like this. And oh, you've got a much taller ceiling here. I might have a little diagonal ceiling here. Actually, that might look quite nice. And walking around. Looking here and then... oh, right, of course it didn't spawn because it... Yeah. Of course, no... It didn't spawn because I removed the table from the list when I made the prefab because I don't want every random object spawner to spawn a table. However, I can re-add it and then it will work. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Basic table. There we go. Let's get out of that. Let's get back into this. And let's see. Did one of these rooms spawn this time? Oh, there's one of them. Actually, no, there are two. That should be fine. So turn right all the way to the end and then turn left. That should be good. Oh, and it didn't spawn that far away either. That's good. Thank you for reminding me. Because I did re-add the table. So it does need another box collider. There we go. Don't worry, I'll read chat properly in a second. And by a second I mean a little bit. But you can see just how much this grass adds to the feeling of the game. And how the shadows work on it as well. Alright, I didn't check if this actually has one of these rooms. Oh, no, it did. I did. Oh, I did. Yeah. No, I didn't. But it apparently has lots of them. Look at this. This is a nice layout. You can see you've got 4 of these rooms. And you only have corridors otherwise. Corridors, endpoints in these rooms. This is an interesting design. Let's turn right. Came from there. Let's turn right. Then let's turn right again. There we are. Now you can see just looking in there. There you go, there's the table. Ooh, I like the shadow it's casting. Ooh. And you can jump on it, and it does have a collider because someone remembered to add it. Right, nice. At the moment it will only spawn this though, because well, I've not added anything else in the list. Anything else? So now let's read chat. Nice. Will the table get random rotting? Don't think so. Trace. Oh, nice. Neat. Did I ever say that before? I don't know. I have now. Neat? Huh. I'm not sure. Oh, buffering for me a bit. Oh, yeah. Is it better? It was, but to be fair, I am messaging someone on Discord whilst I'm listening to this, so it's my own fault. Well, messaging someone on Discord shouldn't really change that much of it. Alright, good that it's better. Shadows, isn't it less creepier if the walls are taller? No. No. Because if the walls are taller, it makes you feel a bit smaller, a bit more restrained, because you can't use the vertical space for movement. But it makes it feel narrower. I think it makes it a little bit more creepy, if anything. Will there be tawny owl sounds? Well, if there are, then I will have tawny owls, because I want all of the sounds in the game to actually come from a thing. I don't want to have random sounds that are just background noise, ambient sounds. So other than wind, there is wind, you can see it in the grass. Bird sounds, I do want to have birds there. Creepy growling in the basement, well, that's also going to be something. Yep, been there, done that. Alright, that was because of the editing scene while paused. Nice gate spirit. What are they then? Bluegrass? Oh, walk through it like this. Thanks. Well, there's some sort of plant. Ugh, the buffer. Oh, are you playing Train Simulator and you didn't stop in time? Yeah. That can happen. Very creepy. Sorry to hear that, Miss W. Shadow is nice, although the center bits of the taller wall should be gone. The horizontal bars. Well, yeah, either that, or I put something in front of them. Shadows, don't forget the table's box ladder. Yeah, exactly, thank you. You're welcome. Looks so much nicer with the grass. I agree. Love it. Oh, lovely, XD. Haha. Looks really good, yeah. I'm glad you agree. It's not finished yet, but yeah. I agree. Right again. And right once more. Model a really quick chair too, shall I? Maybe. Yeah, neat. I said it again. I said it again. Shall I? True. You feel smaller, but the rooms are lower. It's more cramped. Well, you can't use that vertical space. Maybe it's different if you watch it, but if you walk through it in the game, I think it feels more constrained, if that makes sense. If they're still narrow. And creepier, right? I mean, both can be. Sharis, or you could have tawny owl-like animals. Could do. Sharis TS60. Haha. Yeah, that's Train Simulator Extreme Division, maybe? Shanice, will there be tall grass too? Yes, but you shouldn't go in the tall grass. Well, I don't know if there will be tall grass. There might be. When the rooms are lower, Extreme Deluxe. Oh, Extreme Deluxe, it's that. Oh, I see. Right. So, we've done this thing. You know what? No? Okay, sure, that's fine. But I know what. I want to work on some floor tiles for the maze. So that's again more Blender. Where is it? That's the wrong thing. Why isn't that in the tile set? Oh, I see, of course, because, yeah, I see. Don't worry, I've got it. Right, so we need this. Right, this one. Hopefully it won't crash. Looks like it didn't, good. So I need to go into the normal layout. And I want one floor tile to be the size of this, which is 1/9 of a room. So actually I'm going to duplicate this one, rename it to floor tile. And I need to change its position, of course. It's not very useful there. Oops. So like this. Yeah, the snapping is a little bit strange in this version of Blender, I think. Oops, not hide. Although it's good enough, I suppose. Right, this has the wrong rendering thing for this, so I need to change it to visibility. No, not visible. Oh, sorry, not visibility. Is it? Oh, viewport display. I need it to be textured, right? Right. So now let's show what do we do. I want. Well, let's say 5x5 tiles. Just like that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Actually, I know what to do. Actually, I need to do it. Yeah, I need to do it like this, actually. Yeah, so I'll extrude these ones. I'll switch it over to individual origins, scale them down a little bit, move them up slightly. And then I need to do the same for all of these ones. Oops. Come on, like just like making this neat. I want this to be roughly the same height, so just like that. Then I still need to do these four. A little bit more like that. Just like this. I mean, this is a very, very basic tile thing, and I will add more stuff like cracks and things in the texture, but this is just to see. Actually, I need to change this to 1. This is just to see how it would look in game, basically. I need to do unwrap, project from view bounds, file, export, fbx, go to tile set. Let's do Roman floor tile 1, fbx. Let's do selected objects, export, save, and close, which means it should be there. So now if I go into one of the prefabs of these rooms, actually, yeah, let's do it this way around. Should I though? Yeah, that should be fine. Right, I can turn off this room template for now. And now if I put in the... Actually, no, I don't... No, that's wrong. No, I need to make it into a prefab first. I need to go into this. Fix there. I need to drag it from this over to there. We've got it in here, which... Oh, that's wrong. That's... Oh, the normals are wrong. Ha! Glad I noticed that. Where's the object? Oops, that's the wrong thing. There we go, this is the one. Need to open up Blender again, flip the normals, and then re-export it. Selected objects only. There we go, save, close. There we go, that's better. And as for the collider, let's just do a box collider really. And, you know what? Actually, is that right? I can't see it. No, it is there. I want to make it to be a bit bigger. It's 0.07, and for this height, let's do 0.1. No, no, 0.01. Let's move it down by the, let's say, 0.01. No, negative 0.005. Is that right? Seems right. Well. Is it right? Is it though? Is it? It is, but I need to re-export the thing. So, should I make the prefab like this, or should I make it... You know what, let's just make it an empty game object, and then let's make it the prefab from that. Roman floor tile 1. Let's select this. Right, and then let's make this the prefab. So segments. There we go. It's a segment. Now if I actually no, that's not what I want. Let's open this prefab of this room, and let's put the floor tile segment in here. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. Right. Anyway. Why is it all the way over there? Why isn't this one... That is legitimately strange. Oh, does it have the pivot over there? Oh, I see what's wrong. I thought I set it to 0. Apparently I didn't. There you go, that's what I need. Now if I open this, and now if I put the floor tile in, it should be in the center. There we go. If I duplicate this. Alright, this issue again. Yeah, well, let's just re-enable this template. Actually, it should be the same as the ceiling positions. Let's see, what is this ceiling position? 6.6739. Let's put that in there. And let's duplicate this. Put a negative in front. I can turn this off. If I duplicate all three of these, I can do it much faster. There we go. Now it's got very basic tiles. Oh, and of course they don't line up. This still needs work. Why don't they line up? Oh, right, because I see. Because of course, it's because the walls are on the inside, not on the outside. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the moment. I'll probably put like skirting things on the bottom anyway. Might do. Okay, so let's see. If I just want to now see what this looks like in game. So if I open the game scene, do we actually get one of these rooms? Is the first question. The answer is yes. How do I get to this room? Well, go straight ahead and at the first opportunity turn left. Oh, and I just erased it because I accidentally pressed on the play button instead of the unpause button. Well, that's okay. Did we get one this time? I think we did. Did we? Let's do it like this, it's easier. Yeah, but that's still hard to get to. Let's generate another one. Okay, so just go straight ahead and then turn right. So maximize on play, pause and pause. Where is it? No, seriously, where is it? Might be in some hills somewhere? Oh, it's back there, I can see it. It's right there, back there in the center of the screen right now. I'll rechat in a little bit. Little bit. Here it is. Right, so go straight ahead. There's this type of room. This one again. Look in, there's our table. Haha. Then turn left. No, right. Turn right. Right. Yes. You can see the colliders work. What? Do they? That looked a bit odd. So they almost fell through it. No, they do appear to work, the colliders. Right? Should work. Did you see that? Did it not work for a second there, the collider? Did I half fall through it at the seam? Although it's not too unrealistic, this being cut off like this, because the Romans did do quite a bit of this type of thing. Okay. Well, it's generating correctly, which is a plus. And by a plus, I mean a plus. So now I'll rechat and then I will do some stuff. chairs. Oh! Charles, maybe you can change the snap settings? I can. I could, yeah. So that the snappage is different and less strange. Snappage is right. It's just, it's a strange size that I've gone for some reason. Actually, it's between them too. Will you add tactiles like this? Probably not. Source, that post, okay. Or castle type floor tiles. Wait, is that okay? Maybe. Source, good. The snapping is off. No. Also, I think if the tiling was tiled by 45 degrees, it would look like more effort was in by the architect's tilers. Yeah, I may very well make it so that instead of having this tile, it's going to be 45 degrees. I may very well do that. XTD. Where is the thing? I don't know. Oh, tiles. You can see the colliders work. Yeah. I didn't see it. I was looking at what I was typing. That's okay. That's okay. Sorry. So these dungeons were built by the Romans. Well, it is called a Roman theme, so perhaps. It's generating to correctly, so that's a plush. It's generating to correctly. It's a plush. Was put in by the architect's tilers. Oh, I see. Ah, nice. Without the t, yeah. It's generating correctly, so that's a plush. A plushie. Right, so actually I suppose I should have a look at how would I do that? How would I do that? It would be so much easier to have it as a texture rather than actual 3D tiles. Just thinking about it. Normal map and bump map. No, they're the same thing. A bump map and a normal map are the same things. You can make 2D surfaces look very 3D. Yeah, true. Slash bump map. Oh, right. I meant height map, I think. Okay, I mean that is something that I can decide on later. At the moment, I just want all of the tiles to have a floor like this, because the good thing about this being a tile is that about this being a prefab, about the tile being a prefab, is that I can change it later. So I can just open up the prefab of the tile and change out the model, maybe, if I want to. And then it will update it everywhere. Oops, that's not what I meant. So northeast, southwest. That just needs all of the things. North, east, west. Actually, did I? Yes, I did. North, east, west. Disable the current floor. Put this back. Oh, no, I keep accidentally selecting the model, not the object, which then means it tries to edit the prefab of the floor tile, which I don't want to do for obvious reasons. It's north, south 2. That's going to need all of them. South 1. Southwest 1. Yeah, the southwest one, please. Southwest north 1. West 1. And west north 1. Right, so that should now have put these tiles on every single room that we have. Although now I've run into the issue of not being able to find the entrance again. I mean, I should just disable the random spawning of it, but I think it's nice. I need a bit of chat while I'm doing this. Alright, it will update it everywhere, I tell you. Does sound quite useful. Oh, but if there are tiles on the floor in the rooms where the furniture can spawn, what if the furniture's legs are where the tiles meet? Will one leg float? The legs aren't that thin. Or will the furniture get rigid bodies and mesh colliders? No, the tile gaps aren't that thick that would be an issue. Oops. You saw nothing. Nope. You still saw nothing. There you go. Ah. Yeah, it looks very, very basic. Also, it might look better if the tiles were a bit smaller. But as you can see, it has placed them everywhere, and now the floor only spawns where it needs to, so there no longer is this big area of flooring just between the rooms. As you can see here, there's a little bit here because that is a bit of a strange shape, this room. Of course, you can see that the thickness of the leg is quite a bit larger than the thickness of the gap between the tiles. Right. Alright, that makes sense. Thanks, XDDDD. Hahaha. This is so brilliant. It's really quite basic. It is really, really quite basic. But I'm glad you think so. Oh, looks nice. Before making them smaller, I would try diagonalizing them. I'd say that might add quite a lot. Yeah, but I really don't want to do that on stream because it could be quite tedious to do that. Additionally, I don't know if I want to have them 3D or just as textures. Because if I have them just as textures, then it is going to be significantly easier. Because then I just need to replace the model with a single plane and then just have it unwrapped, the unwrapping of it, the UVs of it, changed, rotated by 45 degrees. And I can even have the texture just of the tiles straight, and that would make that a lot easier. Additionally, it might even look better, because having these big gaps between the tiles isn't really that realistic. However, I do still need to do a little bit more experimenting before I decide on how I want to do that, which is why I don't really want to do it on this. The XD, ha ha ha, and this is so brilliant, XD. Messages were referring to the malfunctioning teleporter in the maze's access point. But still. Ah, I see. Yeah, I thought it was quite strange, because this tile set is really basic. Right. What to do next? We've got 20 minutes left. I'm really not sure what I need to do. Quickly model a chair. No. I'll be back in a bit, maybe? But no, I think, you know what? I'll actually do a little bit more work on the grass. I think I'll make another grass type thing for the ground. So let's see. I want to duplicate grass 1. Come on. There we go. And it is a PXD item, which in Unity, it sees as a folder, funnily enough. You can see PXD file is a folder. You can open up, it's got data, metadata, quick look, and all of that stuff in it. Which is interesting that the PXD file, so Pixelmator's file format, is actually a folder structure. Maybe? Alright, grass, yes. Might miss the end of the stream, so see ya all tomorrow if that's the case. Alright, well then, see you tomorrow. We should have quite a lot of fun tomorrow. Alright, bye then, see you tomorrow, literally, bye. So, let's see, this is one of the grass types that I have. Let's see, I want to do this layer first. I need to actually select the right, no, not green, please. I said green, please, not green peas. Was it this type? Nope. Maybe it was. This is a little bit... Actually, I'm trying to... Actually, I think it may have actually been this one. This is basically how I made this, just like this. Okay, let's delete all of that stuff. Let's see, do I want... Actually, maybe a curve. Maybe we can use a curve for this. That might look quite nice. A pen, is that what I want? I think that is what I want. Ah, but then it's... yeah. Right, close path, just undo that. No shadows, please. And I may be able to... Well, let's just see what this looks like. Let's do 3 pixels first. I can change it like this. Which, of course, does... Oops. Can I right-click? Can I delete that bit? Do undo? No, can't. Close path. Which, of course, does look nicer like this. But I can't have the effects that the brushes would give me. Let's finish that drawing. Well, okay, let's finish that drawing. Not happy with that, no. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Strange. Let's try that again. Nope, not like that. Let's try this. Just do a few more. I'll just do a couple more. Well, okay. Let's do a few more down sort of in this area. Like that, maybe. Let's change the thickness, maybe. I think 4 is probably good. So now let's see if I delete. Actually, no, I need brush. Is this the right brush for this? No, it wasn't. Is this the right brush for it? I want to have a specific brush for. Actually, this might look quite interesting, just like that. But no, that's... Oh, actually, no. That doesn't look right. That looks really weird. No, definitely not. Where is my brush? Graffiti brush? No, no, no. Maybe it was permanent ultra. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. Maybe something like this would look good. Okay, let's just delete all. Let's try something like this. Yeah, it's quite easy to lose the mouse pointer, I find, with this specific 3D background. So let's just try something like this. That look quite nice. It's so handy that this app has an undo feature. Imagine if it didn't. Actually, no, don't. You might get nightmares. So I think someone could quite easily fall asleep to this, just hearing the quiet clicking noises and the fan in the background, just watching me draw a little bit of a plant, not really saying that much. I think someone could quite if someone was a little bit sleepy, they could, I think, quite easily fall asleep to this. Yeah, see, how does that look? Well, this actually, that's odd. Huh, I changed the direction that I was doing them in. That's really quite strange. They need to go out, not in. Go like this. That's what made them look a bit strange. There we go. Well, let's do it from this side first. Might be a bit easier. I really don't like the change of the thickness there. That's what I need to do. Well, that one at the bottom looks a bit too long. Let's just erase a little bit of this. Come on. There you go. That looks better. So a little bit down there. I like the way this looks. A little bit sparse, a little bit light, like not thick, is basically what I'm trying to say. Might need to extend this a little bit down. Maybe just add like 3 more. Don't like this spot there. That. I think this looks better. Well, let's just export it. Let's see what it looks like in game. Because I can always change the texture later and it will just override it. Let's open up the forest tile. Go to terrain. Let's go to details. Let's add detail, grass texture. Let's add this one, grass 3. As for the colors, healthy color maybe something like this. So the other color maybe something like that. As for size, let's just leave the other things. Billboard, I don't think so. Although, no, I don't think so. Right, now let's save, just in case. Now let's see what this would, what this might look like. To increase the opacity a bit. I think they're a bit too small actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Edit. Something like 1.5 and 3, 1.5 and 3. Opacity is of course much too high now. Of course, still much too high. 004 maybe, I think it was. Yeah, just kind of like this, like looking a bit fern-like. Let's just paint a few areas of this, just a bit like this, kind of. Trying to paint in some rough patterns. Trying to keep it roughly near the trees. The good thing about this is if I don't like the grass or this specific detail type, I can just delete that detail layer and we'll just get rid of it again, but leaving the other grass layers in place. Oops, did not mean to click off that. Imagine if the game just deleted the grass behind me and it just kept going in circles. I think I'm about to finish. That looks okay. And now I just want to kind of connect some of the tree groups with this, kind of just painting roughly like this. Kind of over here like that. Like this, maybe connect this up like this. And this isn't very thick, what I'm painting on. It's actually quite mild. Because I don't want it to be this thick. Or too thick, rather. So just something like this sort of thing. Now let's see what it looks like. It definitely needs a little bit in the just in the center clearing, or in big clearings, just kind of like bunches like this. This one as well, a little bit. Here, maybe just a little bit. There a little bit, everywhere a little bit. No, not everywhere a little bit. Oh, here, definitely. Yeah, I like that. Now let's see what it looks like in-game, as it were. Or as it is. There's a forest. There you can see it just sways in the wind. It looks, if you stop and look at it, it looks a little bit odd because it's not a billboard. But if it is a billboard, it would look very strange if you looked at it down, because then it would be folding down essentially. But if you're walking through it, I think it adds quite a bit. It's not finished yet, the texture, obviously. It still needs a gradient map and a little bit more detail in it as well. But I like the feeling of it. I like the feeling of you can't see that far. It obstructs the vision a bit more. Because that changes what this feels like. It changes what it feels like to go through the forest tile rather than one of the other terrain tiles. Oh, that's the edge. That's not a good example. Let's go in this direction. Because if you look over here, you can see quite far. You can see quite clearly. Yes, there are some of these blue plants here, but you can see quite far. But if you go into a forest, then you'll soon see that there are these tall things everywhere. You can see that thing, of course, because it's emitting light, but there's something just walking through. If there's something walking through this, you wouldn't be able to tell. I like how this feels. I like what this feels like. Although I do want to change the noise map, the texture noise map on them, so that the color variation is a bit okay, look at this. You can see here they're a bit brighter, there they're a bit darker. This is the noise spread of them. If I increase this number, you can see that this also affects the height of them. You can see that it gets much more spotted. If I decrease that number, so 0.05, you can see it's much bigger patches. And default is 0.1. And 0.1 is okay, but I think it might look better if there's more variation in it, if I increase that to maybe something like 2. Because then if I fly down here, you can see that there is difference in the color of them, which adds a little bit more depth to them, I think. Because you won't be able to see that much in the distance anyway. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now I just need to make a thumbnail. Hopefully. Oh, I wanted to render the skybox. Come on, there you go. Yes. I want the thumbnail to have something. I wanted to have the grass in it, because I feel like the grass is an important part of this, what's new in the stream. So let's just add a little. Let's just add a little point light. Not this terrain. I don't want to edit the terrain. Let's just add a little point light. Maybe increase the range a little bit. Let's increase the range to like 60, but decrease the intensity to like not 0.1, 0.6 maybe, and then decrease this to maybe 40, 20. Let's change the color of it as well. Let's make it a little bit warmer. Actually, maybe have it cast a shadow from the tree. That might look quite nice. Oh, that was a little bit concerning. No, this doesn't look natural enough. Because it isn't natural, basically. Yeah. Although, saying that, if I maybe took a screenshot like this somehow, without gizmos on, obviously. So just like this, I mean, that could look quite good. If I maximize this. Right, I think I'm going to end the stream like this. So, let me read chat. Okay. Bye then, see you tomorrow, literally. Bye, looks really pretty. Oh right, you're tinting them in Unity. Clever, clever. Indeed. Shadows, would it be good if all the Pixelmator Pro tools had sounds? No. That would get annoying quite quickly. I'd like that a lot, as long as they're disableable. Well, if they're disableable, sure. Although that would add, well, if they're not too large, if they don't take up too much space on your hard drive. Looks like curly hair a bit. Still, I don't know. And a bit weird. But that's what I want. I want it to be a bit weird. This is so nice. 3D background, shadows? In Pixelmator, you mean? Or what? Looks beautiful. A bit fern-like. It's supposed to be a bit fern-like. Too late. I already imagined. Alright, the thing with... yeah. I see. Beautiful. Very. Yeah, I saw that too. The direction changed. Only near the end, though. Now it looks bitten off. Long was good. Ah, well. Maybe this is fine too. Of course it's fine too. I didn't want it that long because I didn't want it to draw the player's attention to it. But the fade on it looks slightly bizarre. Fade on it? Oh, that. Well, you wouldn't really see it. Add a bit more details on the stems too. Yeah, I will definitely add more details to this. Sure. Make them red? No. Though what I will mention, haha. It looks a bit tidied up, like someone would tend to it every day, making sure none of the little bits on it overlap, go over one another. I get what you mean, but if you're running through this, and here you can see there are multiple they're behind each other. If you're running through this, I want you to be able to clearly see the shapes of it. So if it overlapped each other, I don't think that would work I don't think that would work. I'm not sure. Aha, so they were meant to be furnish. Yeah, of course. Will the color on them be tweaked or left at default? What do you mean? Maybe make the dry color a bit reddish? Maybe. The thing is, the grass, the lower grass is already a bit reddish. And I think I would like the contrast, having it this bit brighter, intense green, a bit more. Considering that the ground as well is a bit reddish, brownish. But maybe. Give us a close-up, maybe? Yeah, detail layers and grass layers are a wonderful thing. Kept going in circles. Oh, that'd be mean. Yeah, if the editor camera had a really far near clipping plane that just deletes the objects in that layer. Just looks like blotches of green paint from here. I don't know why, but that's so funny to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's Twitch's compression. It is. Yeah, it does look very nice. A bit odd and flat, but nice. Yeah, I could make them 3D models and then have them as a detail layer, but I think this way looks better. I think this way fits better with the general aesthetic of the game. Why is the grass tilting downwards, though, when you look down at it? Because the grass is set as a billboard, and the ferns are not, or the fern-like things. Like the blue plants are not set as billboard either. It would look weird if the ferns would do that as well. With the grass, I do want it because the grass is supposed to be more area covering, and it's smaller as well, so that it fits well with that if they're all looking at the player. But with bigger things, it doesn't work really. Why are they billboarding? Also, it would be very nice if you could crouch in those plants, maybe to hide. Well, I don't really want that. Because if I give the player the option to crouch, to hide, then they will just basically crouch and very slowly creep everywhere just because they don't want to be seen. I think it's much more exciting if the player has to move around and try to avoid things and maybe dash into bushes and things like that rather than actually crouch down. Bushes as in those things that the spheres, those in the background, are meant to aid the AI stuff in. Actually, I need to turn this a little bit because my face cam's over there, so it won't be centered otherwise. I need to have it a bit more like this, actually. Huh. Right. Although, now that I look at it, I think I liked it better like this. Right. Would be good mechanic, I'd say. I wouldn't. Because then, like I said before, the player would just crawl everywhere. And that's just not really fun. It takes ages to get places. And in some games that is good. That is what you want. But in this game, because it's level-based, I want it to be a bit more fast-paced. Like, I don't think that would help. A bit more fast-paced than those kind of games. Like, for example, well, this is quite a horrible example, but in a game like, for example, Hunter, the Hunter game, where you play as a hunter, you have to hunt wildlife. By the way, this is an actual game. If you crouch down, you crawl in the grass prone, just taking your time, taking hours to sneak up on a deer to kill it, that makes sense in that context. And by the way, just to make this clear, I really do not like hunting in that game and in real life. It's a good example for this. Yeah, in that game it makes sense because that's why you play that. But in this game, I'm going for a different flow. Not the RCT3 kind, I mean the game kind. Mechanic, yeah. We've gotten quite a lot done today. Great work. Yo. Hello, welcome back. The stream's just about to end. Hey, welcome back. Hi. Should I just make the point light red? No, I want on the thumbnail, I want to be able to see that there is some grass. Actually, can I change the field of view a bit? Yeah, let's change the field of view a bit. I might add. Ooh, that's a bit nice. Maybe something more like this would be good. Yeah, that's a bit bigger. That's nicer. Right. And if it's a bit bigger like this, I will just tilt the camera slightly to the left. Just slightly like this. Right. Hi. Alright, hey. Alright then. Can I have shout out? I know LMAO. Shout out to Anthony Sarson too. Yes, there you go. Where's the mushroom guy? The mushroom guy is at spawn. Boink. Okay. Yeah, sure nice. If the tools had sounds too. Like scaling elements would play a cartoonish scratching sound, and releasing it would make a pop sound. I don't think that would be good. I do not know anything about this game other than it's called Euler Angles and Shadows is making it. That's what you've already said, yes. Yeah, that is true, Shadows. Shadows, those greens on our new plant. Those greens on our new plant, is that not the default grass color? No, it's not. It's not the default grass color. Yoink. Eh? I don't know anymore. Should I yeah, I can see that. Should I maybe only make a certain area have plants to crouch in? Well, okay, so I will have large shrubs, bushes, that the player can, which those spheres in the background represent at this point, which if the player runs into or behind, will lessen the player's visibility. But if I did have it so the player can crouch, then the player would think, okay, if I crouch to hide, then this will work anywhere where there is where there are plants big enough to crouch in. And then that would mean I would have to have the grass very short, well, quite short everywhere, except in the areas that the player can crouch in, which that could be a good game mechanic, and it definitely is a good game mechanic in quite a lot of games, but in this case I think it would damage the aesthetic of the environment. Although I don't think the player would crawl everywhere. I don't think they wouldn't want to spend ages getting somewhere. Sure, they'd try it out a bit, but they wouldn't do it everywhere. And if a ghost's chasing ya, you wouldn't crouch anyway, would ya? You'd run. Yeah, but if you can see things walking around somewhat near there, then you just crouch and just go very slowly. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a bit nice. Sure, that's 2021. Yes, that is nicer. Cinematic-er. He said JK, not IK, with the shutter thing. Okay. Keep chatting so the stream never ends. That would be quite the thing. Stretching sound, not scratching. Oh, stretching sound, right. Yes, yoink. Well, gna. 4, 2, 0, 6, 9. How did you guess my phone number? Anyway, I'll just take a screenshot here. Yeah. Sure, why not? Why not indeed? And then let's reset this field of view back up to 60, I think. Well, was it 60 or 80? I think it was 80 actually. Yeah, it was 80. Actually, was it 80? No. No, it was 60. Was it? I've forgotten what the field of view was now. Haha. Although I think it was 60. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, it was 60. Yeah, that feels right. It was 60, no worries. Indeed. Right, that's good. Close all of that down. Switch over to the ready screen. Yoing. What are you stealing? I prefer 6, 0, 1, 6, 3 myself. Think Twister. Twister? Thanks for the stream. We've done a lot today. And so have you. Yes, thanks for the stream, even though I only saw a bit of it. Yeah, well, that leads me on to point, which is I think I would say at the end, but sure, I'll say it now, which is that this stream will be archived. So if you want to see the other bits of it, you can do so. It was very enjoyable. Try this. 6, 0, 1, 6, 3, tornado. Twister Tornado, the loco, of course. The new A1? Archived, yes. So just shoutouts, which is... Have a look at Kango Fango, Sunday, he streams, yes, on Sunday on Twitch. Map building stuff, as well as driving stuff, very nice. And yeah, have a look at a map for trains. It's on the download station, it's called Central Europe. It's not mine, but it's a very good map. And sure, let's include some other things as well. So, also have a look at a map by Markey for trains. It's called Cornish Railways, also on the DLS. Beautiful. Yes. And yeah, that's basically it. Just one last reading of chat, and then we'll end it. 4206 4206 62 62. Ugh. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome. What? It has been lovely. And the shout out, and this doesn't do, those numbers are quite overused. Overused? Why? I don't get the joke. Sorry. Bye. 42069. I really don't get the joke. But that's okay. Anyway, thank you very much, and good night, and bye.